All right, we have Scott and Renita on here, showing up somewhere. There they are,
Hey
having the
guys,
time of
it's
their
bli-
life.
it's blizzarding in Florida.
Oh, I feel so bad for you. I'm so sorry.
Right. I said we brought the snow with us, but we're happy that these guys have not seen snow since 1984 and they're excited about it. So they're all on the beach making snow angels. It's been wild.
Wild.
Yeah, funny, funny, funny. I'm excited to be with you guys tonight. How's everyone doing?
Great.
Super, super.
Amazing, amazing. So how many of you were at the Rise Up? Raise your hand. Okay. Or maybe did you view the Rise Up afterwards? Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, it's super important. Scott and we're just meeting after meeting. In fact, he's still in a meeting, which I ran from to get to this meeting. So we're literally talking to our team down here about the importance of just learning and growing because your business will only grow at the rate at which you grow. So the first question I have to ask everybody is, how's your growth going? Are you all growing in your personal development, in your knowledge of LifeWave, in your business knowledge of LifeWave? Because that's first step, really, when working this business is you've got to be willing to grow. So I do want to make note that there is a convention coming up. What now in 4 days, 3 days? It's going to be here just literally this weekend with David Schmidt. And honestly, there's not a person that casts a better vision for the possibility of what's happening and what's about to happen with LifeWave than David Schmidt. And so if you have not registered for that, it's still $29. You're not going to be able to do it the day of. So I say do it now. I think that they actually have a closing period. How many of you are registered for that? Let me ask that question first. Okay, so the rest of you are you just not interested in going, or you don't? I just want to be really candid because I'm here to help you guys learn and grow and expand your vision and your business. If you're not going, is there a particular reason why you're not going? Maybe some of you simply didn't know about it, right? I always say, well, I didn't know about it, right? And if you didn't know about it, I'm telling you now that it's really crucial that you're there. It's $29, which is nothing. 29 bucks is nothing. Honestly, if you can't afford 29 bucks, get a hold of me and I'll send you 29 bucks so you can go. But I know you can all afford $29 because it's next to nothing. Plus, it's a tax deduction for your business, right? So if you're legitimately working this business, the $29 investment is a tax deduction. If you're doing your taxes, which we have entire Zooms talking about that. I know Scott's done them. Steve and Gina have done them. In fact, it's really interesting at this is it event down in Las Vegas. We sat next to a husband and wife, get this, you guys, that were SPDs, and they both had worked for the IRS. Which now I heard that it's not going to be called the IRS anymore. Isn't Trump changing the name of it to the External Revenue Service, like the ERS? I'm excited. But anyway, the IRS, these two literally sat next to us, this husband and wife couple. He worked there for 35 years. 35 years he worked for the IRS, and she worked there for 21. And so they are actually SPDs, Senior Presidential Director, which is the top, rank with LifeWave. And of course, we happen to sit right next to them at dinner. And so I said, hey, how did you like working for the IRS? And, I thought I was going to get like an awful response. The gentleman said, I loved it. He loved working for the IRS for 35 years. He said his wife was not so keen on it. She worked there for 21, but she didn't have the same experience as he did. But the interesting that both of them said is, over the years, they had done audits, right? Because they work for the IRS. So they had done audits on numerous network marketing businesses. And he said, everything always ended up checking out fine. He said, but we did do audits for network marketing over the years. And I said, well, what do you see different about LifeWave? He said, well, a lot of people over the years made a little bit of money, tens of thousands of dollars. He said, I can honestly tell you, working LifeWave now and having that back, experience of the IRS, no one that I audited was making the kind of money that people in LifeWave are making. And I thought, wow. I said to him, actually, can I get you to say that on video? Because I thought it was so powerful. Because here's a gentleman that was doing everybody's taxes for so long, right? And literally auditing people. And so obviously He said, gosh, the business model is so incredible. It's so incredible for those that are looking for a home-based opportunity to become more tax efficient. But there has never been anything that he audited where the people are making this type of money. So I thought that was really telling of what we have our hands on, you guys. Literally from a guy who loved working for the IRS for 35 years, right? So really a special opportunity. But the reason I say that again, of course, is because we've got this really spectacular event coming up here in a couple of days with David. In fact, let me show it to you. I like to screen share. Can I screen share, Ann? Yep, I think I can.
Yep.
So I'm just going to hop up over into our Facebook group, Lifeway Wellness Warriors, because that's the easiest way for me to show it to you guys. If you're not part of that group, it would be a good group to be part of. Lifeway Wellness Warriors right here. So when I go into our Facebook group, right here, it's nearly 11,000 members, but you can come up to the top here where it says featured. So if you guys are not part of this group, this would be a great group to be part of. It's Scott and I's group. We have everything in there with health, wealth, finances, questions. We love people that ask questions. Like I said to somebody today, I love skeptical. I do not deal well with cynical. I cut cynical people loose real fast. Adios, right? Like I don't need cynical. I love skeptical. I love questions being answered. But when people are downright cynical, I'm not going to change their fundamental belief system. So I move on fairly quickly from those people. So when I click on featured here, under featured, you're going to get a lot of good stuff. This first one talks a few days ago. We had, of course, our Sunday night training. So if you haven't watched that yet, that's great. But as I scroll down here on this, here's the LifeWave overview with Cynthia Sauer. If you guys haven't watched that, that's a great one. She's a piano teacher who made over $120,000 last year with LifeWave, right? She had a decision to make. Should she make the mortgage payment or should she buy the LifeWave Diamond or Premium Pack? And her daughter said to her, don't make the mortgage payment, buy the premium pack. And she did that. She risked everything. She was late on her house payment, but because she invested that $1,600, she made an extra 6 figures last year. So that was a good decision for her. As you come down here, Scott's got a lot of stuff on home-based business and smart money moves. You can check that out. But the one I want to show you was the 2 conventions right here. So this is, again, at Lifeway Wellness Warriors, right under featured. When you come in here, this is it is over already. That's the one we had a couple of weekends ago. The one that is coming up, when you click on it, is called Vision 2025, and it's all David Schmidt. So if you guys love health, this is kind of a health convention because it's going to be mostly talking about the patches, the water technology that's coming, the Cellergize, which is the brand new supplement. So it's going to be a lot of health related. You're not going to get as much business information, although they will be talking about the AI and the new technology that we have. But 3 days, are you guys kidding me? So in 3 days, we have the LifeWaves 2025 Vision Convention. So all you do is you go there, you click on registration. And when you do that, you actually are going to be able to register right here. Put your name in. It's kind of a thing where it's like literally starting at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 11. Right? 11 Central Time. And again, you will have access to this after you register. So if you're not able to attend specifically on the date of, no worries. They will send that recording out. So you'll have access to watch it many days following that. Generally, it's 30 to 45 days after to watch that convention to get up to par. So if you're working or have another event planned, no worries, no excuses. You can still do the Vision Convention and watch it a little bit later. All right. So any questions about that at all? It's very, very important because listen, you have to understand the foundation of the company and the heart of the company, and that's David Schmidt. So if you haven't really got to know him and his vision, thus the name, you really don't know where this thing is going. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm pretty excited right now. We've just been on the road traveling and just doing meetings galore with our team. It's just been unbelievable. But it's about to be bigger than we can even think, ask, or imagine, because with David Schmidt talking about what's happening with the water technology and everything coming down the pipeline in 2025, I'm certain that you will feel completely blessed to have attended this event. All right. So any questions on that in particular? It's called Vision. It's in 3 days. Can you believe it? Can you guys believe it's in 3 days? How many people are having watch parties? See, my team down here, we're down in Florida. They're actually having a watch party. Yep. Good job, Mary. Good job, everybody who raised their hands. They're actually having the person, one person is purchasing the event. Everybody's kind of coming together with a kind of a potluck style where they're all learning and growing and taking notes together. So it's going to be a real fun event for a lot of people on our team. I think Sherry McCants is doing that as well with the Kansas City team. So we have a lot of people on our team that are saying, hey, let's bring everybody in and learn and grow together. So I want to ask a couple questions to you guys because I know Ann does an entire meeting before the meeting. You guys have been on here for an hour already, so I really appreciate you hopping on. So I'm not going to take all night here. I just want to get your feedback. If you guys are really thinking about taking this to the top, if you had to choose one thing that you really would say is kind of holding you back or possibly preventing you from taking it to the next level? Like what is the hindrance? Is it you yourself? Is it your personal belief? Is it your belief in the product? Is it your belief in the compensation plan or the opportunity? Because maybe you've never made any money with network marketing. What would you say is your hindrance? And if you could tell me that and put it in the chat, that way I could kind of clarify and help to answer. So everybody, it's probably going to be different. No two people are probably the same on here, I don't think. Maybe it's time. Maybe you work a full-time job and you say, I don't have time to do this, right? Closing, someone's saying closing, right? What else we got? Calling, belief in my own ability, closing. I like how someone said being brave. That was a good one. Finding the people to make it happen. How that's a numbers game, right? Hey, Tori, I heard you had some incredible Tori's speaking up a lot there on me. What did you, I want to actually call on Tori because she's like giving great feedback. Because Tori was at Rise Up. She attended Rise Up, right? So Tori, keep chatting in there. I'm reading those. Don't worry. I got the chat going. Tori, can you tell me your biggest takeaway that happened for you at the Rise Up?
Absolutely. I just found Rise Up to be so encouraging, and I just felt like I really found my boldness there. How it was just such an incredible empowerment moment for me, just seeing how doable it really was, the energy that was in the room, the just the overall message of keeping your gas down, like don't let up, just keep going and keep going and keep going, and that really excited me. I'm just super excited to be able to move forward with this and find that boldness. I don't think I would have ever I've done a lot of different direct marketing companies in the past, and I just don't think I have ever been so bold as to walk up to complete strangers and start talking about what it is I'm doing and why they need it. And I think I would have already always been shy of doing that. And now I think I have found that inner juju that you need to get out there and make it happen.
The juju, come on, baby. I love it. I love it. Absolutely. Well, I always say doubt and fear are contagious. Look at our world, what we lived in for the last 7 years, right? But here's the truth. Confidence is also contagious. Belief is also contagious, right? And that's why we've got to be very careful who we're hanging with. That's why we got to be very particular about who we're spending a lot of time with. Like I can hang out with negative people, but I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not for very long. I just can't do it for very long. And that's not because I'm selfish. It's actually because they're selfish. Because when people are in that poor me victim, it's actually a neural pattern. And whether or not you call it selfishness, it's not in consideration of anybody else around them, right? If they'd ever actually be thinking straight, they'd say, gosh, I gotta quit being such a drag. I feel like I'm just bringing everybody down around me. But instead they're caught in their cycle, right? Of that cynicalness and that neural pattern. And what I realized a long time ago, only the blood of Jesus can break a neural pattern. only God can break a neural pattern. And then they have to make the decision that they want to do something about it. We just were at a meeting. There was a gal that was, by the way, Tori, that was excellent. Thank you for that. You're amazing, right? Thank you, Tori. Exactly. I mean, she found her boldness there. But we were just at this meeting and there was a gal that came up. And it happened to be that the gal that was waiting on us and her mother both worked at this restaurant. And she said, I'm just taking care of my daughter's tables because my daughter's out smoking. And I said, well, I used to be a smoker and I quit that habit because it's way too expensive. And then the gal that was with us that we were doing the meeting with, she goes, yeah, I smoked for a long time too, but I quit that too because it's, I just wanted to hang that up. Had too much control over me. And so when the daughter came back in, we were talking about that because her mom was like, you need to talk to these two girls that have quit smoking, right? And that was many, many years ago that I quit smoking, right? It was like at 23, I'm like 47, almost 48. So it was almost 25 years ago. But the daughter said, I said to the daughter, well, do you want to quit smoking? I asked her that question, do you want to? Because do you know the first step to change is that you have to want to? You guys know that? I can say, hey, are you guys going to convention? No, I'm not going to go. Well, why not? Why aren't you going? Like, why wouldn't you? If I'm telling you, it can grow you, it can grow your business, it can grow your belief, it can grow your vision, and you're still saying no, then I don't know. I don't know what can help you then. I'm not sure, right? Like, I'm just being honest. So I said to the woman, do you want to quit smoking? She sat there for a second and she goes, I think I do. I said, well, why are you smoking? I said, are you going out? I said, are you simply addicted to the nicotine? I was that for a while. I said, but are you just kind of taking a break? I said, because sometimes I remember taking a smoke break would give me a break. It wasn't the smoke, it was the break I wanted. How many of you know that, right? I said, it wasn't like I love smoking. I love the break I was getting. So I said, here at work, if you just said to your boss, I need a break, I'm going to go stand on the deck for a while, would he say, okay? Maybe not. But if you said, well, I'm taking a smoke break, they just kind of let you go do that. Isn't that funny how that works? And I said, so maybe it's just that you want the break. And she sat there for a second. She goes, if I want the break, she said, I'm really sucking it down pretty fast when I'm outside. So I'm not even sure it's about the break. I said, well, maybe you're just simply addicted to the nicotine then. I said, you can put a patch on for that or chew the gum now. I said, they have solutions for that. And I said, and then my girlfriend who was with me said, by the way, we have a patch that can help you overcome that addiction and help minimize those side effects that happen when you are, quitting smoking, if that's something you choose to do. The bottom line is like, so the question I have to ask all of you on here tonight is, do you want to grow a big Lifeway business? You can put in the comment, do you want to grow a large business? Okay. And then the next question I would ask you is, are you coachable? Are you coachable? Right? And if you say, yeah, I want to grow a big business, but I'm not coachable. Okay, well, then, I don't know. Like, I think the first step is coachability, right? We came down here, we just had dinner with a couple, and in the last 2 weeks, they've sponsored 17 people, 9 people in the last 3 days, right? And a bunch on before that. We met with a couple 2 nights ago. They sponsored 48 people in 2 weeks, right? And they're meeting with Scott and I. Why? Not because they have it all figured out, because they want to be coached. They want to learn. What's the first thing we said? Get registered for vision, because we can help you. We can give you the tools you need, but nothing is going to give you the big picture and the big surge in your overall belief system like David Schmidt will, right? Because David Schmidt literally, he's the founder, he's the foundation of this company. And when you really understand his heart, because he loves the Lord Jesus and his servant mentality for all of us, right? His Lifeway brand partners are like his family. He'll tell you that. Like, we are like his family. You are like his family, right? And so it's a big deal when you understand his heart. And again, belief is contagious. So if nothing else, you just get around more positive belief. I don't know. I just think in this day and age, to get around people that are really positive is really powerful. The gal tonight that was waiting on us that now wants to quit smoking and that now wants to do the patch, she said, I just need really positive people like you in my life. I don't have those. And I thought, you know what? She's not rare. That's true. That's a lot of people. How many of you know that the world is pretty tough? Workplaces are tough. Bosses are tired, right? Employees are sick of it. So it's very rare where you have a community of people that say, I just love getting together and being encouraged and learning and growing and expanding and finding out how I can make more money and how I can make a bigger difference, right? That's powerful in the world we live in right now, you guys. You can't get that everywhere. Most of you, I'm not sure. Maybe you're getting at your jobs. How many of you work day jobs, by the way? Raise your hand if you work a day job. None of them? No one works day jobs? Becky's the only one?
No, I do.
Okay, Mary Kay hasn't got a day job yet. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of you day job workers. Is that happening at your workplace? Do you go in and they say, let's just do a team huddle where everybody's just loving one another and encouraging one another? Okay. Generally at jobs, it's just not typical. A lot of people are griping and moaning when they get together, right? So this is very special. So I encourage you to engage, and I can't make any of you do anything, nor do I want to. But I can encourage you that you better be registered for that event on Saturday with David, because it will change your life. It will change your belief system. Foundationally, you'll understand more thoroughly who David is and where this company is going. And Scott and I say this all the time. You know, LifeWave is going to go to $1 billion with or without Scott and I. You guys know that? Like LifeWave's not saying, we need Renita and Scott Brannan, we need Ann Jensen, we need Heidi, we need Becky. LifeWave's not saying that. This company will be just fine without us. But you know what? I want to be part of this. I want Ann to be part of this. I want Heidi to be part of this, right? I don't need Ann or Heidi to be, because it's going to move and shake with or without them, but I want them to be, right? Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? So if someone on here is saying, hey, I want you to be part of this. I want you to be part of this vision conference. It's going to give you a real surge of energy and excitement and belief. There's no greater belief than listening to David Schmidt. How many of you know that? I always say when David opens his mouth, it's like gold is pouring out of it. Do you guys feel like that too? I'm like, this guy, and that's how you know it's really a divine appointment that all of us have our hands on. For actually being called for such a time as this. I really thoroughly believe that with all my heart, right? Let me see. And I'm going to go back to the chats on here because there's 31. You guys are chatting away. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room that a lot of people are having problems with. They're saying follow-ups, learning how to talk to complete strangers. Well, I can tell you that's exactly what we just did downstairs. The lady now has a patch on her neck. My friend Tammy has the phone number of her, and they're getting together after the blizzard. Okay, because it's a blizzard going on down here. It's not really a blizzard. Like in North Dakota, Minnesota, we know what a real blizzard is. This is not it, but they're all scared to drive. I said to Scott, we have a real opportunity here. We have an expedition and no one can drive, and we can drive. We could charge $1,000 per ride because Ubers are not driving right now. All the restaurants are closed. We could take people wherever they need to go because we are skilled to drive in the ice and snow. Anyway, the point is it's not about learning how to talk to people. It's about caring enough. That's the truth. I can't take you to the school of learning how to talk to people. And I'm not sure if I can even teach you how to care, but I can tell you how I care. I just see a need and fill a need. I just start asking a couple questions. Hey, thanks for coming to work tonight. Every other restaurant is closed. Are you safe to go home? How did you get here? You take interest in other people's lives, guys. It's probably what I do best. I just start asking questions everywhere I go. I want to know about people's lives. Their lives are hard. Sometimes they say, you know what, thanks for asking. No one's ever asked me that. You know, something happened the other night. We were biking back and it was getting kind of cold here. And we stopped at a store called Lululemon. Have you guys ever heard of that? Lululemon?
Yep.
Everybody? It's kind of a workout attire store. My kids like it. I don't shop there very often, but suddenly when my hands and my nose and my ears were freezing, I was like, let's go to Lululemon, because we were biking on our bikes and we were far away because we hadn't taken a car. We were biking everywhere that day. And actually we walked into the store and I had this bag that I've been carrying around. It says healed people, heal people. I don't know if you guys have seen this bag. I've been talking about it on social media. My girlfriend, Tammy, it's her business. It's her company. She used to be drug and alcohol addicted. She's now free by the blood of Jesus. And so she started this thing called She Free Co., her and her daughter Faith. Anyway, and so I've been carrying this bag around and I walked into Lululemon and this lady said, I love your bag. I said, me too. I love it. My friend Tammy gave it to me. It's so beautiful. And so she said, I just kind of was briefly talking to her and they were standing at the front desk and Scott was going up because the boys bought a t-shirt or something. And Scott had a patch on his wrist and the gal said, oh, are you from here? And I said, no, we're just here. We're helping our team grow. We're here. We help people activate their stem cells with a light therapy patch. And both of the girls at the counter were like, what? What do you do? And then the lady at the counter goes, oh, is it that patch you have on? And Scott goes, yeah. So Scott actually started the conversation. I didn't even start it. I'm usually the conversation starter, but I was shopping. And all of a sudden I hear Scott talking to these two ladies and I'm like, okay, I better, because I'm usually the one that's initiating that, but he initiated it just fine. And so I went over there. Scott, come on. He said, just fine. He's coming over here. I said, I want to read to you what she said to me. So this young woman, I start talking to her, right? And she said, you know, one asked one question, hey, I've got mental stuff. And this other gal goes, I've got endometriosis. I said, oh, they told me I had that when I was 14 and that I was not going to be able to have any babies. And I said, I have 3 sons. I said, so rest assured, that's completely something that can be healed in your body. I said, do you know that God designed your body to heal? And she kind of sat there for a second and she kind of nodded and she was kind of getting a little teary eyed. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to tell you right now in the mighty name of Jesus, that's healed in your body. You're going to have children galore. I said that, I said, I wouldn't accept anything else other than that. And she just looked at me and I put my hand on her and I said, actually, can I give you a patch? I said, because the patch is going to help that my husband is talking about. But I said, I just believe that you're already healed in Jesus' name. And she said, yeah. She said, I believe it. So I put this patch on her. And this is what I sent to her. Hi, I said, your body will be healed in Jesus' name. So nice meeting you. We biked back, Mach 80 miles an hour back to our hotel. Fly like the wind, baby. Here's a couple videos to check out with that patch I gave you. We'd love to visit more and answer any questions you might have. If you are interested, we'd love helping people get healthy and take their power back with their finances. It will help your body to heal completely from endometriosis. I believe it. I sent her video 1, video 2, video 3. Okay, so do you guys know this? Do you know the 3 words that I've been saying on every Zoom meeting? What have I been saying? Copy, paste, duplicate.
Duplicate.
Copy, paste, duplicate. Say with me, copy, paste, duplicate. Okay, and we're going to practice that in real time right now here in a second, but write that down, copy, paste, duplicate. My website, I sent her my website. And she just said to me this. She said, hey, girl, sorry for the late text. I just got off of work and going through all of this. Not sure how long you guys are planning on being in town, but I'd love to have coffee if you have time. Wow. This is a woman that was checking me out at a store. Why? Because I wasn't selling her anything. I just care. It's not about saying the right thing. It's just about caring about people. Okay. So she put the patch on and she says, question, is it normal to have a body ache, headache after putting that patch on? I'm wearing it, but I feel exhausted. Well, what's the solution there, everybody?
Water, electrolytes.
Electrolytes. You've been on anything? I mean, this is common sense stuff. It's all the same things, right? I said to her, that's your body trying to detox. Can you consume some coconut water and a pinch of salt or Redmond's real salt? I said, you need some electrolytes so that your body can heal. And I said, avocado, potatoes, melon, salt. I said, not like table salt, but like a Redmond's real salt or Celtic salt that will help you feel better. And you'll probably be better in a really short time. She said, okay, I'll go grab some. Thank you. This is what she said then. A woman I met at the store. I'm just teaching you in real time. I just finished watching your videos because I copy, pasted, duplicate my 11-minute video, my 12-minute video, my 21-minute video. If you don't know what those are, I'll show you where to find them. I just finished watching your videos. And to be completely honest, I think I was supposed to meet you yesterday. This has been my hardest week of my life since moving here. I've got a pretty wild story, but this week I've just been praying for a touch of God in my life. Something tangible, and you actually touched me and said I would be healed in Jesus' name, and it just struck me a little. I don't work tomorrow or Monday, so if you have time to meet, I'd love to meet with you. I'm open whenever you have time. So I said back to her, this is on Saturday, absolutely, we're actually having an event on Monday evening at my friend's house. Would you like to come? It's going to be really amazing. She said back, I'd love to. Okay, let me get the address. I said, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you. On Saturday, I said, please come. Here's the address. Here's the gate code. It'll be mostly ladies. She said on Sunday, sounds good to me. I'll be there, exclamation point. This woman is looking for community. Okay. I said, can't wait to see you. She said to me yesterday, same here. I'm going to be running a little bit late. Didn't realize it gets so gross at my workout class. So I came home to shower. I said, okay, I'll see you when you get here. Drive safe. She came to the event.
Wow.
Last night. She signed up. She laughed. She cried. She hugged a lot of people. She created some friends. She's 25 years old. And she now knows that God can heal her body of whatever the doctor told her she had. That was just a lie from the pit of hell. She's got to make a couple changes because we're going to wear the patch and she's going to be healed in Jesus' name. And the doctor told her, well, you might need a hysterectomy. And I said, the last thing I would ever get in a million, trillion, billion years, because they told me I had endometriosis. They gave me laparoscopy surgery. They took me through the whole gamut of it. It was just a crock of SHIT. And at the end of the day, when I quit eating sugar and I started caring about myself and caring for myself, my body, all of a sudden I ended up pregnant. And then I had 3. That's how that looked, right? I said, so whatever you do, don't let them cut your uterus out. Oh my goodness gracious, that's a bad idea, I said. Anyway, the bottom line is I'm teaching you what I'm telling you because it's just how I live my life. It's not about saying exactly the right thing. It's not about being perfect. It's just about caring about people. Whether or not that young woman showed up and got in the business and signed up for the patch, did I do the right thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Can you just start doing the right thing, guys? I mean, you are way overcomplicating, think you need some ridiculous script. That you do not need a script. You need to just care about people and be like normal. What would, if you were lonely and 25 and brokenhearted and you know what I mean? So for me, I just start asking questions. And I'm not worried if I get the sale. I'm not worried about if she signs up. I mean, I'm worried about if I'm going to touch a 25-year-old's life. You don't know what state people are in mentally, right, guys? So
Right.
it's not about saying the right thing. It's just about caring. And I don't, can I teach people how to care, Scott? Okay, Scott said I can kind of teach that. I don't know if I really can teach that because I feel like that's just something that God is like showing you, like when you pray, like, God, how can I help this person? Or do you guys all believe? Are you guys believers?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Because I just feel like when you just start praying like that, watch out, because like God's gonna be putting people in front of you left and right, right? And it's gonna be like, it's up to you to open your mouth. And so I just helped her and then I copy pasted duplicate. So from a business standpoint, after I put that patch on her, I literally just copy, paste, duplicate. Have you watched the 11-minute video that I did? Raise your hand if you've watched that. Okay. Have you watched the 12-minute video? Raise your hand if you watched that one. Renee's got both hands up. Have you watched the 21-minute video that I did? My presentation style is slightly different than Steve and Gina, and This Is It team. I follow This Is It system, but I'm definitely more talking about the health aspect of it on the front end. I mean, I don't lead with the opportunity. I definitely lead with the health because I do believe health is wealth. And so I get to the opportunity. I always get to the opportunity, but I want people to be healthy and well, because how many of you know you can't start talking about money when people are just sick?
Right.
Like it'd be like someone having the flu and I'm sitting there trying to tell them about the financial opportunity and they're puking. I think we need to get you better first, or at least moving in that general direction, right? And then it's easier to talk about the money, because when you're sick, how many of you know when you're sick, you're very much self-consumed when you're sick or when you feel hopeless? It's kind of like you get like that. So you can't see the bigger picture, right? So it's almost like we have to first get you a little bit out of that. Again, you might not be completely healed yet, but at least you know that you're moving in the right direction. So for me, I have a tendency to lead with the health. I do not want, let me give you another example that happened to me. Talked to a gal last night. These are real-time situations I'm going through with you guys here. Talked to a woman last night. She said, a nice woman. This gal is really something. I mean, really something. Her story is incredible. 3 years ago, they were in an auto accident. Every member of her family was killed except her. All of her kids and her husband gone in an instant. She's still alive. And by the grace of God, she's alive and she's well. And she said, you know, when my husband was alive, we always had this feeling that we were going to make a big difference and make a lot of money. And she said that never really happened, you know, because all my family's gone. And she said, the first time I heard about this life wave, she said, it was almost like I knew I was supposed to be doing it. And she said, it was almost like it was the financial opportunity that my husband and I many times had talked about and prayed for. So last night she sat down with me and she said, this is exactly what she said. She said, I'm giving you the foundation because I feel like her foundation is really rough. Would you guys agree? On a scale of 1 to 10, my life on my worst day is not anything. Thank you, Jesus, is not anything close to that, right? Okay, maybe some of you have something similar, and I'm sorry if you do. That's awful. That's so tragic. I think that God does restore. And anyway, she said, my situation is everybody that I think of at church, like for example, this is exactly what she said. For example, Renita, she said, I talked to this gal. She's had cancer 4 times. Okay. She keeps getting melanoma. She keeps going back for treatment. She keeps getting it again. And I'm telling her how this patch is going to be amazing for her. And she goes, and she just doesn't want to do it. And then she's talked about another one who was sicker than a dog. I don't know, some super sick person. And she kept going on and on. I said, you know the problem? I said, okay, wait, I'm gonna stop you right there. I said, so what I'm seeing is you're an ambulance driver. Someone gave me that name. I never used that name. Ann Jansen taught me it. Exactly. And I said, you're an ambulance driver. And she goes, what? I said, yeah, you're looking for the sickest people in your church, promising that this is going to rescue them. And I said, the truth is, it's probably going to help. I said, but listen, if someone has had a neural pattern and they've been to their doctor 5 times for cancer treatment or 3 times for cancer treatment, and they have to get the advice only of their doctor, you're trying to change a fundamental neural pattern that's in their brain that's been there for 32 years. By saying, hey, try this patch. And they're saying, I have to talk to my doctor. And she's kind of saying, well, it doesn't, it's not going to interact. I said, do you really think you can change someone's belief system after 32 years of being a certain way? I said, I'm actually not looking for the sickest person in the room. Now, if they come to me, then the Holy Spirit is telling me help that person. If they come to me, then I'll help them. But I'm not actively seeking out the sickest and the worst health people I know. Do you guys know that? I'm kind of looking for the ones that are relatively healthy and they just want to invest more in their health. I'm looking for the ones that they're sick of the medical system and they want something else. They're fed up with it. I'm looking for the ones that are on 5 pills and they still have hypertension and feel like hell and they're tired of it. So I'm kind of looking for that person that's really ready to change that belief system. They're not wanting to stay in it. Do you guys understand the difference when I'm saying that scenario I'm giving with this woman? So I said to her, she's so beautiful. You guys would see her, by the way, she dances every Sunday at church. She's like a 60-year-old angel dancing down the aisles of church. Can you imagine, after everything this woman's been through in the last 3 years, dancing like an angel in church? What? We don't even get it. Like, it's just unbelievable, actually. It's only God. Anyway, I said to her, you know what? I would just pray that God is already aligned and assigned your team, and you just have to open your mouth. And that doesn't mean that you're looking for everybody who's the sickest in the parish so you can rescue them. I said, if they come across you, yes, please tell them about it. I said, but that should not be your primary goal. Like if I said to you guys, can you write down a list of the 10 sickest people you know? Now we're going to go talk to them. That sounds hard for me, and I'm a health coach and I've got a lot of energy. Okay. We don't necessarily want to do that. Are you guys understanding why not? Yes. Especially if they're completely bought and sold out to the medical establishment. I'm just going to tell you, you're biting off more than you can chew. You just gave yourself a full-time job. Okay. This is a part-time gig, but you just gave yourself a full-time job with that person, right? Because you're fundamentally trying to change a foundational belief system. So you're looking for the ones that are sick of it. They're fed up. They're ready. Like somebody today said, get another story. I'll just tell you another one of the guy we just had a meeting with. He called this woman up and he was like, couldn't even, he was scared to call her. And I said, just pick up the phone and dial. Don't overanalyze it. Why is everybody sitting around thinking about this stuff so much? Just pick up the phone and be kind. And he thought, and anyway, he was talking to this gal and she was older and he didn't know if she would know anything about phototherapy. And he actually,
Heidi, can you mute, please?
in a second. Oh, mute yourself, Heidi.
I'm sorry.
He actually said, to this gal, he said, I've just been thinking about you. And he said, I really couldn't, I was having a hard time bringing up Lifeway because it was a person he hadn't talked about in a little while. And it was like 7:30 in the morning. And she said, well, he said, well, what are you doing? And she says, I'm doing my Bible study. She said, actually, my Bible's sitting here open in my lap. And he said, really? And she goes, I'm just kind of thinking about what I'm going to do next. I've had to downsize and cut back. And I'm thinking about getting another job. This is like elderly lady, 74 years old, telling this to this guy on the phone. And then he thought, oh my gosh, my in is the financial opportunity. Here I thought I was calling her about the health. And she's telling me that she's thinking about going and applying for a job like at 74. And he said, you know what? I mean, it's so crazy that I'm calling you right now, but we started this ministry with this patch, my wife and I think it could be something that you might want to take a look at from a financial standpoint. And as this woman started talking, she was so excited about this. And again, I think sometimes in network marketing, I mean, I don't know about you. I am not a slick salesperson. I am excellent. I can sponsor usually 10 out of 10 people that I talk to, but it's not because I'm slick. It's because I care. And so if you start caring more than you worry about getting it just right or saying it just perfectly, that's when you'll have the greatest advantage and advancement in your business, right? And so sometimes it's as simple as, how are you? How do you like this job? I know this just sounds elementary. How do you like this job? How long have you worked here? Right? Is there anything else you'd rather be doing than this? Like, I mean, I know it just sounds so elementary. It really sounds elementary when I talk, because I'm just like, I just ask people how they're doing. And guess what? Most people will tell you. Most people will tell you. Like that little girl at that store when she almost started crying and she's like, the doctor told me I had endometriosis and I don't know what to do. And I was like, you know what? You are healed in Jesus' name. And like I just believe that because I have childlike faith where that woman is already healed because I got healed of that already. So what happens is I really know because I got healed of that already. Some stupid doctor told me that a long time ago. And I'm going to call it stupid doctor because they didn't educate themselves very well because they were telling a 14-year-old that I was not going to be able to have babies. Talk about Satan in a state of hopelessness. I don't know if that's from the pit of hell or what it is, but that's from the pit of the hell in my book, right? I mean, anybody who puts that type of person, they wanted to do a hysterectomy on me too. Can you imagine? I wouldn't have Bochu and Rocco. What? Thank God I didn't listen to those fools. Just because they have a degree behind their name does not mean they know it all, right? And it certainly doesn't mean they're aligning with the kingdom of heaven on earth. So be careful, right? Be careful what we're allowing to come into our spirit and take in as gospel, right? So be careful what's being spoken over you. Anyway, the bottom line is I just knew that she could be healed because I was healed of it. So I'm like, this is an easy one. Anyway, if I hadn't had that experience with endometriosis, maybe I wouldn't be so confident, but I thought, well, we've got a lot of PCOS people in our group. We've got a lot of people, and it certainly helped my period cramps. So it's going to do something for your uterus. Okay. So that's kind of how I was thinking about it. All right, let's go. Follow-ups. One thing with follow-ups, you never call somebody ever and say, hi, I'm calling to follow up. Why not? Why don't you say that? Does anybody know why you don't say that?
It's a turnoff.
It's a complete turnoff. You sound like a robot. Who are you? Do not call and say, I'm calling to follow up with you. Don't ever say that. I'm telling you. Trust me on this. I would never, when people call to do that, I don't want to answer the phone. I actually don't want to answer the phone. When I know someone is calling and they're going to start like that, I don't want to answer the phone. Okay. It's a complete turnoff. So instead of saying, my son Bo said this to me. I was doing a big business training the other day and he said, some people were asking about how to follow up. Bo was sitting at the kitchen counter and he said, well, the first thing is you never call somebody and say, I'm calling to follow up with you. I said, good job, Bo. Good, true. You don't do that. You call and you ask them how they're doing. Hey, have you had a chance to check out that video that I sent you yet? I'm really knowing this is going to help with your husband's knees that we talked about. You know, have you had a chance to watch that 2-minute video? Because I really think this is going to bless you. Do you see the difference, guys? I'm not some pro communicator, by the way. Scott says that I talk like Yoda most times. I say things in reverse. Have you guys ever listened to me, Chloe? Most things I misspell on my Facebook posts. I figured out 2 days later, I'm like, I totally misspelled that all the time. Okay. But the point is it doesn't matter. It matters what's coming out of your heart. So with sincerity, call people. If you want to follow up, don't call and say, I'm calling to follow up. I'm a robot. My name is Renita Brannan. No, you call and you say, hey, how are you? I've been thinking about you. You know, did you get a chance to check out what I sent you? Because I just really believe it's going to bless you. And I wouldn't wait because you told me your husband's been battling those knees for 6 years and we don't want him to battle it 6 years in 1 more week. So let's go already, right? What do I need to do to help to make sure you watch that video? Do you see the difference?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just more relaxed about it. I'm not robotic. I'm not so worried if you're going to say yes or no. I mean, I literally have a sincere, I feel like I have a sincere, since I have an authenticity about me where I just really do care about people. You don't know if you're going to be that 25-year-old girl who's going home crying again tonight. Right. And so for me, that's kind of where it's all at. Like that's foundational for me. How do I talk to complete strangers? I ask questions. How are you? How long have you worked here? And then again, don't always just go right in with LifeWave. We were sitting at the table tonight. And the lady that came up that wanted to quit smoking, because remember, we're talking about quitting smoking now, because the mom came and waited on us because the daughter was out smoking, right? And she came back up and she said, you know, my husband we started talking to her. She's like, my husband left me because he was addicted to, I don't know, some drug. I don't know all the drugs. And my friend Tammy, who was sitting there, she said, I used to be addicted to meth. And she said, I've been completely drug free for 20 years by the grace of Jesus. And she said, I think this patch will help you. I know you don't have the addiction. I know you're coming out of that relationship, but like we literally were talking about like the scenario. And then Tammy brought the patch in. After we were visiting with her a little bit about the stopping smoking and have you tried patches? Have you tried nicotine? Have you tried the Nicorette gum? Right? I was asking her all these questions and then we went into it. So we were like caring about her. Do you guys get it? You got to care about people before you go in and start telling them about life. Okay? You guys got that?
Yep.
What are some questions you can ask? Everybody, this is interactive. In the chat, when you meet somebody brand new, write in the chat a question about what you could say to somebody that's brand new. Maybe they're waiting on you at the grocery store. Maybe they're waiting on you at Target. Maybe you just met them sitting next to them at church. What are some things you could say? Let me see what you guys are chatting.
How's your day going?
You got it right. How's your day going? Somebody just said that. Is that Rich?
It is. It's Rich.
Yeah, Rich said, okay, Rich is in the background saying, how's your day going? And then listen.
I'm listening, Renita.
No, I know you're listening. I'm just saying, and then the people should listen.
Yep.
Right? What else should we say? Yep. Heidi Wanty says, I love to give them a compliment. Me too.
Yep.
As soon as you compliment somebody, I can always find something nice to say about people.
Yep.
Always. I mean, even if I don't like what they're wearing, I might still say something like, that color of that shirt is so pretty. Get it? I'm not saying the shirt is so pretty. The color of that shirt is so pretty. Find something kind to say about somebody, right? I generally say most compliments in all sincerity. I don't make things up, but you can always find something nice to say about somebody. You know what I mean? Look for the golden people. How are you liking this weather? Oh my gosh, that's an easy one down here now because everybody's out making snow angels on the beach and taking pictures of people driving with their cars because they've never seen snow, some of them. Yes, thank them for doing their job. Like you are so excellent at what you're doing. Thank you so much for helping us tonight. We really appreciate you. And do it with sincerity in your heart, right? What else you guys got? You can ask a question about what you previously talked about. What you previously talked about. What does that mean,
I'd like
Heidi?
to let them know that you remembered. You remembered what you talked about with them and you had listened last time.
Yeah. Exactly, right? So everything that you're doing as you're doing this, I love to give them a compliment. Yeah, thank you for noticing that. You're super sharp. I say that to people all the time. You are so sharp. Way to go, right? So these are just common sense things of how to start cold conversations. I would love to just live down here and never go back to North Dakota. They can send the dog, my clothes, and my mom. Because I could sponsor 100 new people a day down here. I love cold contacts. It's actually my favorite. It's my favorite.
Wow.
Because they don't know your history. And my history is not bad, but they don't know my history. And I just like it when people don't know your history. I mean, because Anne might be the greatest person in the world, but maybe they remember her as she's whatever, right? Maybe she's, I don't know what, maybe they had a bad experience with her at one point, or maybe yeah, she's the piano teacher. She's not the businesswoman, is she? I didn't know she knew anything about business. She's the piano teacher, right?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So sometimes having a cold contact, I actually prefer versus the warm and hot. Okay. Are you entrepreneurial? Yeah. Do you want to hear another thing I said the other day? This is a great example for you guys. We went to GNC because we were looking for digestive enzymes. So we walked into GNC and there was this guy working, right? He kind of came out of the back. He was all by himself. And I said, do you have digestive enzymes? He's like, oh, I don't think so. I'm like, really? Like at GNC? And so I was kind of just walking around the store and he's like, I said, how about betaine hydrochloride? Like I need a digestive enzyme of some sort. And nope, I don't know if we have that. And then he went behind the counter. And so I walked up to the counter. I said, how many years have you worked here? He said, 11. I said, wow, that's a long time. I said, how do you like working here? He said, I said, okay, well, you don't hate it. You've been here 11 years, right? And I said, so finally he said, oh, you know what? We do have it. He found it on the computer. So he was going to take me and show me the enzymes that he had. I said, gosh, nobody's ever said about enzymes before. He goes, no, I don't even really know what those are. He was big and muscly. He had lots of muscles. I said, really? I said, wow, enzymes help your food digest. I said, it's kind of foundational for overall health, that gut health. I'm educating him a little bit. I'm a health coach, right? And so he shows me the enzymes. We go back up. I said, so you've been here 11 years. I said, are you married? He said, I am, because I'm thinking I'm going to invite him to my party that happened last night. I'm actually thinking I'm going to invite this guy that manages GNC for 11 years to my party. I'm going to invite him, right? And he says, well, my wife works at GNC too. I said, she does at this one? He goes, no, at another location. I said, you both work at GNC? He said, yeah. And he said, where are you guys from? I said, North Dakota. He goes, oh my gosh, you're never going to believe my wife's from North Dakota. I said, no way. Tell me more. Like now I got a common denominator with the guy, right? And so he starts talking about where his wife's from. She was from Minot, I think, right? Minot, North Dakota. So we're just talking all about that. And then I said to him the magic question. I said, is there anything else you'd rather be doing than this? And he said, no. I said, oh. I said, would you like to own this store? He said, no. And I said, well, I am going to pray that you and your wife have an awesome, awesome time at GNC. Thanks for your enzymes. God bless you. And I left. Scott and I left. I didn't mention any party. I don't want him at the party. We don't need everybody. We don't need everybody. The guy, he was unmotivated. He's passive in his approach, but he didn't want anything else, right? And I just thought, you know what, this guy would have to be a lot of work for me to have to change the fundamental belief system of lethargy and passivity and all that. I'm kind of looking for somebody who says, you know what, I'd love to own this store. This thing is cranking out the supplements. I'd make so much money if I owned this store. He didn't say that. When I asked him if he wanted to own it, he said, no, I don't want to own it. Is there anything else you'd rather be doing? Not really. You get it what I'm saying, guys? Some of you think that you have to talk to everybody and get everybody. I'm actually like, it's kind of like an active job interview I'm doing. And I'm finding out if I even want to work with them.
Right.
Right? So when that little gal came last night to the event and she loved it. She loved it. She was hugging everybody. She had phone numbers. She felt part of community. She's like, I'm so thankful you came in. I'm so thankful I came to the meeting tonight. I've been praying about this. My dad said to me that you'll feel the touch of God. And then you touched me and prayed for me at Lululemon. She goes, I just feel like this whole week has been like God answering my prayer. That's the lady you want to do business with.
Yeah.
You guys get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't drag deadheads. You'll be dragging them the whole dang time. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired from working with this one person. Right? You guys got it? Yeah, it's called limiting beliefs. And they have to want to change their beliefs for me to want to work with them. You know, if I'm saying to you guys, do you want to grow this? And you're nodding yes. And I'm saying, are you registered for the convention? You're saying no. And I'm saying, why not? And you can't answer me. That just tells me you have maybe a spirit of stubbornness on you. And maybe I can't work with you. It's okay. You know, I mean, it's okay. But what I do believe is that we all have the same opportunity here. All of us have the same opportunity. If we can come down here and these people can sponsor 9 people or whatever Scott said in the last couple of days, and they're sponsoring galore, and they're just like you and me. I mean, we all have the same opportunity here. Okay. So you have to decide what you're willing to change, how you're willing to change your mind, your belief system, what you need to grow in. Maybe you said, I need a big old dose of David Schmidt to listen to that guy's vision. Maybe you need that, right? Listen, I'm super motivated. I'm literally operating on all cylinders, and I still am registered for David Schmidt. Why? Because it's going to be another surge. It's going to be a surge of belief for me to hear more about the vision and where we're going with this, right? All right. Yes, you have a choice. What else are you saying? Thank them for the job they're doing. Scott, I'm going to let Scott come over and say a couple words. We're talking about convention. And they were asking a lot of questions. Like I was saying, what's your primary problem? Hang on a second. Copy, paste, duplicate. Scott's going to show you how to copy, paste, duplicate. How many of you are on your computers right now? Raise your hand. How many of you have your iPhone sitting next to you? Raise your hand if you have your iPhone sitting next to you. Scott's going to help you to copy, paste, duplicate right now 2 things. Okay. The first is going to be the convention. And the second is going to be the 3 videos that I really believe that you should be all sharing. So go for it. He's going to have paste, duplicate.
All right. Hey, everybody. Holy cow.
Hey, Scott.
Hey,
Hey,
how's everybody doing?
Fantastic.
All right. Awesome. So, hey, Renita's got the LifeWave convention up top here somewhere. So let me double check. Okay. So can you all see this?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see this. So I feel like you probably can do this already. So, right, we double click that. So it all gets blue. We hit copy, Control C.
Or Command T.
Does anybody not know how to copy links and send? I just see a few of you. I feel like everybody probably knows this, but if you double click and it's blue, we do a shortcut key on a window. So you do Control C, but you could also do right click, copy, right? Right click and then copy. And then, yeah, we just go into Facebook, right? And sending people a message on your team,
Our Facebook.
or she probably has Facebook up already. Here's Facebook. And then, yeah, so you're messaging people on your team. So I saw Anne's topic about showing up, right? So show up for the convention. I missed this part, the first part of your guys' meeting, and we're gonna wrap it up pretty quick here. But yeah, come over here. Just let your team know, hey, I'm gonna be registering for this online event, LifeWave. You're gonna get a lot of David Schmidt. You're gonna love it. And you just come in here and you're gonna send to. So I'll like send this to Renita, and then down here I'm gonna hit Control V, and it just pastes the link in, right? So Control V, Control C copies, and Control V pastes. And if you don't like the shortcut key, then you would just right click.
Paste.
So you get in here and you right click and then find paste and just click paste. And that's it. So I'm gonna send this to Renita, and I might send a little message. So like if they're in my team and I enrolled them, maybe they're just a customer even, maybe they're just enjoying the product at wholesale. And I'm gonna say, oh my gosh, you're gonna learn so much about these patches, why you're wearing them, why you should continue to wear them, why maybe you can think of people in your life that you want to share this with, but it's $30, right? It's like 29 bucks, register. You're gonna hear from the inventor of the patches, right? David Schmidt. And when they click on this, they're gonna click on that. It's gonna take you just directly to that Vision LifeWave enrollment page. You're gonna scroll down, click register, and there it is. You just load and you register, and it's super easy, right? I mean, best 30 bucks you spent all year, right, guys? I mean, listen to the founder and the CEO of $1 billion company, somebody that's invented a stem cell activation patch, right? So you just want to listen and hear what they have to say. So this is for us non-negotiable. If you're serious about building a business, you're on the LifeWave annual corporate virtual conference. What else did you want me to copy and paste?
I think her 3 videos.
3 videos? Okay. All right, so I'm going to find a Facebook group. So I'm going to the LifeWave Warriors group. So if you're all part of that group, and then you're gonna click when you get there on featured. Yes, close this out. Sorry. Sure, we're sharing the screen here. Can you see the Facebook page? Can you give me a thumbs up? All right, thanks, Renee. So you're gonna go here. You're gonna click on featured, and then you're gonna scroll down a little bit. And so Renita posted these 3 videos somewhere. Let me see. It's the 4th one down. Well, there's Vision. 3 amazing recordings. And so I'm going to click see more. And then one of the things that we found too, by the way, so this is where you're going to find these links. 3 amazing videos, 3 amazing recordings you can use, duplicate quickly. You're in our Facebook group. We follow that this is a team. So what I love about this, so we have this video 1, which is 11 minutes long. It's a quick link to LifeWave. So it'd be like perfect for your someone who's taking a look at X39. Or if you say, oh my gosh, you might really love this stem cell activation patch. Let me send you a video. You could start by sending the this is it info, that 2-minute video, and say, message me back after you watch that. So if they say, yeah, I watched it, it's interesting, then you're going to send them the 11-minute video. Today we were with someone and they found somebody who was interested. They sent them all 3 videos. So they copied this whole thing and they sent out video 1, video 2, video 3. Sometimes that works, but what we found is send them just 1 video. Yeah. Send them the first video. It's 11 minutes long. If you send 3 videos that are 11, 12, and 21 minutes, you know, it's like you're sending a 45-minute video, right? And so send them an 11-minute video, and this is your first look. This is my friend. This is my friend Renita. So we've got some people that have been really successful on our team, and what they do is they send the 11-minute video, and they say, we want you to get a feel for LifeWave, the company, the founder, the stem cell activation patch. The person that's doing this video, she's my friend. She's Renita. Her and her husband Scott are our mentors, our team. They're part of our business. If you love it, I can get them on the phone really quick just to say hi. Now you don't have to do that step, but if you want to, you can get us on the phone. And now when you call us and you add us to a three-way call, we're not going to give a presentation. They might ask questions like, will it help with this? Will it help with that? We're not going to diagnose and give them a patch protocol. All we're going to do is we're going to say hi. We're going to say whoever's calling, let's say it's Ann. We're going to say, we love our mutual friend Ann. She's teaching you about these LifeWave patches. We're seeing miracles. Thank you for listening to that video. Join our Facebook group. We can't wait to welcome you as a part of the team. It's like a 2-minute call, right? Because we can't be on hour-long calls with all of you and all of your guests, right? But share the video, show them that there's an opportunity, and then connect them to your team. So you could connect them to Renita. If you have a sponsor, like let's say Heidi Sardik is my sponsor, I might share the video, and then I might say, hey, I want to introduce you to my friend who's been really successful with this. She's got a great personality. She's a great businesswoman. She has a great heart. She's not going to try to convince you to buy anything. I just want to introduce you and have her say hi. I'll add in Heidi. Heidi can say, oh my gosh, thanks for, connecting me to a call. And we affirm each other. So we edify each other. And it's just all positive. So you kind of create this culture that we're having fun, we're helping each other win. And so this is what we do. So what I recommend though, so when you go to LifeWave Wellness Warriors Health and Wealth, click featured, scroll down about 4, consider only sending out 1 link at a time and coach them a little. Don't just send the link. Say, if you want to take an 11-minute look at what I'm doing and why I'm so excited, like click this, and then just message me back, or I'll call you later tonight about 7. Kendall Weldon from Stage, she said she schedules the follow-up. I think we found that to be a great practice. I'm going to send these 11-minute video. Can I call you tonight at 8? Just to touch base. Can I call you tomorrow at 10? Don't say the follow-ups, also kind of a jargon word. So I can't wait to talk to you again. I'm so excited. You're going to love this. I expect miracles, right? Those kind of things. So just be yourself. Add your own personality into it. You don't have to be just like Ann. You don't have to be just like, I'm just looking at the people that I see on the top here. Renee, Tina. You don't have to be like Heidi Wanty. You're all amazing, but just be yourself, right? But use the tools, copy, paste, duplicate, keep it simple. That way you're not on these, if you were on 4 1.5-hour calls, right? You're on 6 hours of calls and you're talking about diseases and they're asking you questions. Will it help my mom with this, my daughter, my son, my dad with this? And if all you're doing is diagnosing disease and trying to match them up with patches, you're kind of missing what we do here. Everyone has cells. Everyone needs to activate stem cells. Keep it simple. Use the tools. Be effective and productive with your time when you're working this business. And then the non-negotiables, like show up for the Zooms. Everybody who showed up here, I expect that you if you want to, there's 22 people on the call. Oh my gosh, you're going to be successful. If you keep showing up in this business and you're consistent, you will be successful. I'm starting to work out every day with Renita. If I keep showing up every single morning, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to have results. It's inevitable. I can't lose, right? I'm on Renita's team, right? She's coaching and training me. We're all on the same team together. If you show up and you're consistent and you're positive, don't hook on to the negative stuff. Be solution orientated. There's going to be challenges and roadblocks. Just move through them quickly. Together, we're going to be successful. A lot of people do a little, and we can all be successful. And then if you're someone like us where I can do more than a little, I can do a lot. Well, then maybe I'm going to be successful quicker. I'm at my own pace. You're at your own pace, right? So you don't have to, go slow if you want to go fast. You don't have to go fast if you want to go slow and steady. It's up to you. Become a manager, create managers. We always use the term go manager by Monday. So if it's Tuesday, go manager by Monday. You've got who are your core 4? Let's find your 4. It's January. You want to start stuff together, right? If it's Friday, go manager by Monday, right? Are you getting it? It's simple, right? So don't overcomplicate it. Go manager by Monday. If you can get good at go manager, create managers, that's the whole business right there. Everybody finds 4. You keep looking for new people. You have fun. You plug into these awesome meetings. So I'm going to go through the chat super quick and then we're going to wrap up. Heidi says, let us know when she's pregnant. We just expect miracles, right? For that sweet Ashley. She's amazing. Can't find the post. Can you pin it? Yeah. So that should be featured. So if when you go to the Facebook group, just click featured. So that's going to be here. When you go to LifeWave Wellness Warriors, click featured, scroll down like 4, you should see it right there. Consider only sending out, one video at a time. People get overwhelmed easily. I feel like it's because most people, we were at a meeting the other night and I said, raise your hand if you're kind of tired, if you're frustrated, overwhelmed, like you wish you were further along, like being a parent, being married, having a business is taxing on you. It's hard. Who's tired? And the whole room raised their hand. Everybody's tired, So when you send a video, don't make it overwhelming. Send the 2-minute video from This Is It Info and say, watch this 2-minute video. This video changed my life. I want you to understand about phototherapy. Don't miss this, right? This is my friend Renita. Here's an 11-minute video. If you wanted to take a look at this, this is the video, right? I don't want you to miss this. I love you, right? So have fun, keep it simple. Let me just make sure there's no other questions. Wow, you're all awesome. Thanks for letting Renita and I join you on a call tonight. See you next week. Look forward to it. I'm just double checking to make sure I'm not any other quick questions. Robin uses keyboard shortcuts all the time. Copy and paste, or we use Control-C, Control-V. Gosh, Renita, thanks for sharing your beautiful spirit. Doesn't Renita have a beautiful spirit? Everybody on this call does. When I got to know Ann more, and that's why y'all get to Punta Mexico, because sometimes like at the conventions, we only get to see each other for a few minutes. On these calls, we kind of get to see each other and we get to hear from each other, but it's just so limited. When you get to Mexico, it's like, now it's just like we have time to like have fellowship and be with each other. And it's just so fun.
Show my spirit.
This is her beautiful spirit. Jesus saves, Renita Spence. Yep. Jesus saves, Renita Spence. Wow. Two true statements right there. So any other questions before we go? No. Hey, we love you all. We believe in you. We'll do anything we can to help you get to where you want to be. We'll support your efforts 110%. Thanks for letting us join you tonight. God bless you guys, and we'll see you guys.
Thank you
again
so
soon.
much, Scott.
Thank
Renita.
you.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Gosh, what an awesome group here.
One
You're all awesome.
additional assignment. So yes, of course, please be on the Carver call this weekend and find these nuggets that you want to share next week. So next week for our 7 o'clock meeting at Central Time, we're going to share these nuggets that we have, and what strikes you might strike somebody else, but it didn't strike them the first time. So by repeating. So write a bunch of nuggets down and then please share those on the video next week. So thank you all. It's been awesome. Awesome
Thanks,
meeting.
everybody.
Thank you
Good night.
very much.
Bye.
God bless you all. Take care.
Thanks. Good night.
Bye.